what you know when you know a language. Let's talk about this. It's a topic from this specific book, special book, Language Files, Materials for an Introduction to Language and Linguistics. My purpose here on this channel is just to improve English, just reading texts, because you can improve English or another language if you know or try to put in your mind that you can use the 4 skills of communication. For example, you can writing texts, you can reading texts like I'm doing this, like I'm doing right here on this channel. You can listening sounds, or you can speaking, like I'm trying to do here. But it's not easy because I don't speak English. My native language is Portuguese, and I don't use it in my day. It's not easy. But according to this special book, very nice book to improve English, because here we can reading texts in English and learn something about linguistic too. Language Files, material for an introduction to language and linguistics. I super recommend this special book. You can see, you can see the Department of Linguistics at the Ohio State University. Special, very special and special book. Okay, let's just reading the first paragraph about what you know when you know a language, because here we have 1 paragraph, 2 paragraphs, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12 paragraphs about this topic, what you know when you know a language. The first paragraph says, let's change the illumination here. The first paragraph, the first text is here, says, one of the most basic things that you know when you know a language is assuming that you use a spoken language is speech sounds. If you use a signed language, you know a great deal about speech gestures in an analogous way. For information about the difference between spoken and signed language, refer to file 1.5. First, you know which sounds are speech sounds and which sounds are not. If you hear a dog bark or a door slam, you will not confuse it with the sounds of language. You also know which speech sounds are sounds of your language as opposed to some other language. Not only do you hear or recognize the sounds, but you also know how to produce them, even though you may have never had to think about the mechanics of doing so. Suppose you had to explain the differences between the vowels and the word bat, beat, and boot. You have probably been producing these sounds for years without having to think twice about them. But clearly, do you have a competent knowledge of how to do so? All of this knowledge has to do with the area of language known as phonetic. Okay, this first paragraph talking about phonetic, because you know the difference between the phonetics, the phones. Let's say this specific word for this situation. I think it's the most basic things that you know when you know a language, assuming that you spoke and you use the language. It's speech sounds. It's the basic thing, the base here that you know what you know when you know a language. If you can distinguish or you know the sounds, okay? It's the first thing here. For today, I think it's enough to improve, to learn something about English. The next video, I'm going to talk about the second paragraph. I don't know exactly what is the topic here, because I have, okay, about phonology, the second paragraph. I'm going to read this the next week. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you the next week. Have a good day.